guys, welcome to Fast Reviews, the only show where a guy wearing yellow hat talks for 3 to 5 minutes about a movie, TV show, or video game. And yeah, that intro has never been more true because today we're talking about Destiny. Now, this isn't just the base game; it's also everything that is contained within the collection, except for the raid content and a few minor missions and a few minor strikes that I have not actually done. Now, I wanted to do this mostly for the fact that I'm a huge fan of Destiny, but also for the fact that Destiny 2 has been completely and utterly enhanced and everything, and I'm just looking forward to it a lot. And yeah, I'm not going to go over the story in too much detail, but essentially you are one of three. You are either a Titan, which is like a warrior, a Hunter, which is like a spy, I suppose, or a scout, and or a Warlock, which is like I guess support. They're not really. They're not. It's not like in a normal game where the Warlock or Wizard or whatever is like support. It's just they're just another fighting class. But yeah, they're basically different characters. You are brought back to life by your ghost, which is created by the Traveler, which is a gigantic orb in the sky that brings light. The story of Destiny sounds really stupid when you say it out loud, but yeah, essentially what you do is you go between different planets, those being Earth, Moon, which isn't a planet, Mars, Venus, technically Saturn, or maybe getting Venus and Saturn mixed up. One of them you actually go to, one of them you go aboard the Dreadnought, which is floating above it, and a place called the Reef, which is essentially an asteroid field. Is that even the right term? I'm losing my train of thought. But yeah, you just go from place to place, killing enemies, killing various types of aliens. It's very much like Halo. I'm basically only telling this to people that don't know what Destiny is at all, which everyone should know what it is. But yeah, that's essentially it. You're just going from place to place, fighting things. You get loot, you get new weaponry, you get new armor, you can upgrade it, you get exotic stuff, legendary stuff, rare and common, all sorts of various different items. And yeah, as a whole, it's a very basic story, as I say. The DLC did boost this quite a lot, and that's where the Dreadnought and the Reef come from. But yeah, for the most part, it's a very predictable, I suppose, story, and as I say, I'm not going to get too much into it because it would take way too long. The gameplay is very much like a mixture between Call of Duty, Halo, and I don't know. Call of Duty and Halo is probably the best. Like it's like a mixture between the last 3 years of Call of Duty, those being Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Infinite Warfare, with Halo. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is perfectly fine. There are a lot of really good aspects to it, and you know, it's very much if you enjoy shooters, you're going to enjoy it. Simple as that. It is an MMORPG essentially. It's an MMORPG FPS. So it's a very large open world with a lot to do in it. Though at some points it can feel very very scarce for content, which is a problem that I've had. But I still really enjoy the game as a whole. As I say, I've bought both the original version and I also have the collection. I only got the collection recently after the announcement of Destiny 2, because I'm excited for that. But yeah, as a whole, you do a lot of boss fights, which normally end up being pretty easy until you get to the higher level stuff. I'll talk about level progression really quickly, actually. So essentially what it is you'll level up like any other game, up to level 40, in which then you have to use light, which obviously it's given to you by your armor because of the guardian, because of the Traveler. I've lost my train of thought again. Because of the Traveler, you get light, and that's how you level up from there on. You get stronger and stronger, and you will fight like level 43 enemies, even though you're on level 40, but it's because of your light level is higher than theirs. So technically you'd be like level 45, so you are stronger than them. but it only says that you're level 40, if that makes sense. But yeah, late game content, as I say, gets a lot more difficult, and you know, it's just progression really. What I find though is that base game basically goes like this with difficulty spike; it just jumps, whereas it ends up that with the DLC it goes like this. It just drops and then spikes again towards the end, and that's probably the worst like description of it ever. But yeah, there's a problem with this type of video, isn't there, with the fact that it has to be fast. But yeah, overall, I think the Destiny is a really good game. I might go into more detail in the future. I might do a more in-depth story review. But it is an amazing first-person shooter, amazing MMO, amazing RPG. If you want to refer to it as an RPG, I do. I refer to it as an RPG. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you like it, subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every once in a while. Well, every week, really. And sometimes double week, like this week. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you when I see you next. Bye!
I don't wanna know what's taking you home, I'm loving you so. The way I used to love you, no, I don't know, no.